Hello everyone and welcome to this step-by-step watercolor tutorial. Today we will paint a charming red winter cottage surrounded by snowy trees. Perfect for beginners, this lesson covers all the essentials. So let's get started. Let's begin with the roof. Here I'm going to use the cerulean blue. I'm going to paint with it the shadows of the snowy roof, and I'm going to difuminate it very well up to the top of the roof. And let's add a bit of shadow under the chimney, just using the same cerulean blue but a bit more intense. Using a bit of indigo or any dark blue you have, let's paint the shadow under the roof. Now, using permanent yellow, let's paint the reflections on the snow from the windows. While this yellow reflection is still wet, I'm going to add the snow, and here I'm using cobalt blue with a bit of this greenish color that I have on my palette. I try to difuminate very well the color, and I try to blend it with the yellow one, but I want to leave the yellow right under the window. So now I clean the brush very well. I dried it a bit with some paper, and now I'm trying to leave the blue color from the yellow and also mix them right down there on the paper. Using yellow orange now, I'm going to paint inside of the windows. With cobalt blue, let's keep working on the snow on the ground. Here I already almost have no paint on my brush, so I basically made this reflection wet, and I'm going to add more color right now on the reflection, and I'm adding here the yellow orange color and difuminate it very well. Now just leave it to dry completely. While the ground is drying, we are going to mix indigo, sepia and Van Dyke green to paint the sky. And I'm using a bigger brush now. And remember that if we want the sky to be even, we need to paint quite fast or use a lot of water. Here I'm going to use a bit of water and difuminate it very well, so the color is not such intense down there. And the same on the other side. Now I'm going to add the same color on the ground. I will cover the reflections as well, and after I will just lift up the color from there a little bit, so don't be afraid of that, they don't have to be such bright. And don't forget to difuminate very well the color when it goes down to the bottom of the painting. Now let's use just a little bit of cerulean to cover that white part that we have there. Let's paint the house with the permanent red, and don't forget to leave some white space around the windows. With the rose madder, let's paint the door, and with the same color add 2 perpendicular lines to every window. With some Van Dyke green and cobalt blue, let's paint the chimney. Now, using the red palette, let's paint the lines on the house. The shadows on the door, under the roof and the windows, I'm going to paint them with red violet as well. With the mix of indigo and Van Dyke green and sepia, I'm going to put here some accents, intensify with the shadows under the windows, and add a line on the roof. With a light gray color that I have left on my palette, I'm going to add just a bit of shadows on the windows. They are not going to be very bright or intense. I have more water on my brush than paint. Now, using the same gray with a touch of green, I'm going to start to paint the trees on the background. I will paint some trees there, some of them will be more intense, some of them will be less intense, but remember that it's a background, so they have to be very, very pale. You have to use more water than the paint, and just enjoy the painting. Now adding some red violet there on my palette, on the gray I have on my palette, I'm going to paint the basement of the house. So now, using Van Dyke green with indigo and cerulean blue in different proportions, I'm going to paint the trees that are near the house. They will be brighter because they are closer to us, and it will help us to create the perspective in the painting. And now we almost finished. With some dark blue I'm going to paint Merry Christmas. And with white gouache I'm going to paint snow. And there you have it, a cozy winter cottage in watercolors. Thank you for painting with me today. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please like, share and subscribe for more watercolor lessons. See you in the next video. Bye.